and we're going to swipe up here. And now the first thing, so the way it's going to work is you're going to want to select the language, your region, set up manually. And once you do that, a couple things are going to happen here. You're going to want to select your Wi-Fi because it needs to reach out to the internet to be able to connect your device or activate it. If you don't have Wi-Fi, you can use the phone data if you have that active SIM, or if you have a iTunes on your computer, you can use it through iTunes and activate it through that way. So you're going to hit that, put the password for the Wi-Fi that we have. So we're just going to put it for our demo Wi-Fi here. Make sure you guys can see here it's saying a few minutes to activate. Actually, it won't take a few minutes. It will be pretty quick, probably 10-15 seconds again. So as you can see here, it takes a bit of a time. If you buy a phone, usually I like to buy unlocked phones because I can use any SIM card away from it. But if you bought it from a carrier, the phone is going to be only compatible with your carrier. So make sure you get it from the right carrier. Data privacy notice, we're going to hit continue. Face ID, as you know, with the iPhone 11, it uses Face ID. You don't have Touch ID. You're going to have to set that up. But for our purposes of unboxing, we're not going to do that. Passcode, make sure, of course, you put a passcode. Highly recommended. Again, we're just going through this fast setup, so we don't have to do all of that. Data, make sure you back up your data if you're setting up for the very first time using your iCloud backup or your Mac or PC using iTunes directly. If you hold the other phone, it will activate that way. Or you can also move some of your information from your actual Android phone using an app, which is pretty neat. All these we have done videos on, so make sure you guys check out the video on our channel. Simply, or you cannot do anything, just go with a free clean slate. And you can see here, the next thing you're going to get is Apple ID. Again, Apple ID is going to be really important to use any Apple services, from downloading apps to using iCloud, Apple Music, iMessage, FaceTime, Apple Services, Wallet, all of that and much more. Of course, you want to sign into your existing one or create a new one if you never had one, which is free to do. Again, here you can follow these steps here. We're just not going to do it. You can always come back to the settings and put that in. And terms and conditions, all the legal stuff, we're just going to hit agree. Express settings, we're just going to hit continue here. Keeping your phone up to date, of course, you want to do that. iMessage and FaceTime, again, Apple service, you're just going to hit continue. Siri, the voice assistant for Apple devices, we're just not going to do that because we're going to have to say some commands here. Screen time, again, all of these are just preferences. You can read through standard settings here. Go home, and we're just going to click continue, and then finally swipe up. And as you can see here, we are at the main screen here, the iPhone 13. So if you got the original one, which you're unboxing here, you're going to get shipped with iOS 13. This is the iOS 13 layout. But if you get a new one that was recently created or actually manufactured, it might be shipping with iOS 15. So that's something to keep in mind, is that Apple with iOS 15 coming out, and this phone is almost 2 generations old. But again, this phone is still a popular device because, as you see here, it's a nice firm phone overall. It fits really well. It's actually one of our favorite phones to play with, besides of course the Pro model, which gives a little bit more enhanced features. But with the iPhone 11 here, there's tons of features. For example, the screen display that you're seeing, it's a 6.1 liquid retina IPS LCD display. Of course, the Pro model has the OLED display. Why the Pro is a couple $100 more than this regular one. Again, other things to note is the camera here. It's a phenomenal camera. Although it doesn't have 3 cameras, these 2 cameras are really powerful. You're able to record in portrait mode, take pictures in portrait mode. You're able to actually take 4K videos at 60 frames per second. So not a bad camera if you were to ask me. And I think the camera here gets the job done. Unless you're really a pro person, the third camera doesn't really make a lot of sense, especially if you're just a regular person just looking to do photography here and there. Apple generally makes really good cameras overall, whether it be 2 camera or 3 camera. The other thing about this phone is that it does come shipped with 4 gig of RAM, so it's really good for gaming. Of course, console level gaming, we've even seen some of the specs and speed and performance of it. Ships with A13 Bionic chip, which again is a powerful chip itself. A15 is out with iPhone 13, but with the 13, but the A13 Bionic chip still is really well and does hold up really good. The other thing on this phone, it's going to be the battery size of it, which is a massive 3110 mAh battery, which gives us about 17 hours of video playback. And what kind of gives that is that if you're light to even a medium user, you're gonna pretty much go through the whole day with the full single charge. But if you're on the heavier end, you're probably going to go 3/4 of the day before you do need a charge. Again, all depending on your usage and what kind of apps you're using. Of course, if you're playing games all day long, it's probably going to give you halfway through